All right, so let's talk about marketing. Let's talk about marketing. The rule of 54. Okay, please write this down. You guys need to be aware of it. Rule of 54. 25 letters, 25 phone calls. Now, these are 25 outbound calls. So utilizing Dealio, which is where you're going to source a lot of your borrower leads, you're going to send 25 letters, which is all automated right out of Dealio. Then you're going to skip trace those leads through either batch skip tracing or through SendFuse. You can skip trace, and then you're going to call these people.
Dealio has a skip trace now too.
Oh, that's right. They just added that.
Yep.
And I think they do batch skip trace, right?
Yes,
within Dealio.
Yep.
So you can do all of this now within Dealio, you guys. You can drop your mail. But then we're going to make outbound calls to these folks. Now, these are leads of people who, might be longtime property owners that own these properties free and clear. How about calling them and saying, hey, would you like some cash out of your rental property? There's a lot of landlords right now that do not want to sell because they bought the properties 10 years ago and they're literally right now sitting at 10, 20 cents on the dollar, but they've got millions and millions of dollars tied up in equity. You guys as brokers could be going to these landlords, these investors, these longtime property owners and helping them get cash out. Tap into that cash so that they can go out and buy more properties, do some development deals, build an apartment building. Sky's the limit. But also we'll show you through the broker certification how to pull leads of investors that have flipped 1 or 2 houses.
Right.
And would probably be flipping 5 or 10 houses if they only knew what you know, which is there's an abundance of leads, there's an abundance of cash. And you guys have got to get in front of these folks. So let people know what you do. Digital marketing, just like what you're seeing us doing here right now, you can communicate to hundreds and thousands of people all at once through webinars, through Facebook, through YouTube. I mean, guys, I have kids that have their own vlogs now. Vlogging is the thing. And my 12 and 13-year-old kids are shooting videos and editing them and putting them on YouTube. Admittedly, they're kind of juvenile, but to their 12 and 13-year-old audience friends, they think it's pretty cool.
It's funny you say that because my 4-year-old's now YouTubers, and they've got their tablets, and that's all they do is watch YouTube. And it's funny you bring that up because on Saturday they found one of your kids' shoots. They're like, "Hey, that's Preston!" And they just come, "Dad's Preston!" So it's pretty cool what they're doing. So yes, my 4-year-olds know how to use YouTube better than I do. So yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
But the point of all this, you guys, is that with the advantage of modern day technology, it really is a lot easier to get in front of people now than it has ever been before. I mean, even within LinkedIn, you can just go in and start spot placing local investors in your own community. You can be infiltrating entire real estate investment groups and organization. And even in the midst of COVID, social distancing, everything can be done via Zoom calls, Teams. I mean, COVID has done a lot of terrible things, but there's been some pretty interesting positives that have come from COVID where you literally can do this business in the comfort of your own home without ever having to leave, because all you're doing, again, is collecting information from borrowers and sending it to GoGo Capital. We fund it, you get paid.